Once upon a time, in a great kingdom called Caspia, darkness fell upon the royal family as the king and the queen passed away, leaving behind their 10-year-old daughter, Sophia, as the only heir to the throne. Caspia was now in a state of gloom, unsure as to what its fate would be, and the evil Prime Minister Zafar knew it very well.
We will crown the little girl, and when the people of the kingdom will see what a pathetic ruler she is, I will convince them that for the greater good of Caspia, I take control.
And so, on the night of the full moon, Sophia was crowned as the Queen of Caspia. Horns were blown and drums were played as the little queen sat on the throne, scared and anxious, along with the sadness of the fresh wounds of her parents' death. Zafar saw fear in her eyes and grinned with satisfaction.
My queen, I bow down to you and pledge my support and loyalty to you until my last breath.
Can I go to my chamber now, if that is all right?
Oh, absolutely, Your Highness. Nurse, please usher the queen to her chamber and make sure she has everything that she needs.
Zaran's plan was coming through quite well. And as he had expected, Sophia, being a little child that she was, stayed away from the matters of the kingdom. She would spend most of her time with the nurse as she found comfort in her company.
Triple the taxes! Tell them it's the Queen's order, and failure to obey her command will lead to capital punishment.
And that was done. A fog of devilry sheathed upon Caspia. People were tortured and punished for the smallest of crimes, and freedom of speech was a thing of the past, all in the name of the Queen. But the Queen, unbeknownst to all of this, lived in oblivion as her people suffered outside the walls of her palace. But one day, something happened. While chasing after her little kitten, she reached the courtroom where she saw a man in chains knelt down in front of Zafar. Oh, what is going on?
Your Highness, nothing important to stress your nerves. This man has committed blasphemy, spoken ill of you, and we are taking care of it.
Taking care of it?
Yes, my queen. He is to be hanged till death.
I see. What is your name, sir?
Philip.
Philip. What have I done to deserve you speaking ill of me?
Don't you see we are not happy under your rule? My wife and daughter are starving because I cannot bring food to the table. And how could we? Whatever we earn, you take it away as taxes.
Enough! I will have your head!
Zafar! You are free to go, Philip. Zafar, please see to it that he is given ample amount of stock of food for his family.
But...
I want it to be done.
Yes! Yes, my queen.
An astounded Philip was set free. Zafar watched him walk out of the courtroom and clutched his teeth. What taxes was he talking about?
Oh, nothing, Your Highness. Taxes as usual that every citizen has to pay.
Sophia nodded and, standing up, left from the courtroom.
This was close. I must do something immediately.
That evening, he left the kingdom on his horse without informing anyone. Meanwhile, Sophia could only think about the troubled face of Philip and the chains in which he was tied up. She felt distraught. What is it, my queen? You look troubled. Sophia told her everything, and the nurse looked down.
Do you think, as a queen, I should not get emotional? As a queen, Your Highness, your first and foremost duty is to keep your subjects happy. I say, you did a great job today, but that is the tip of the iceberg. What do you mean?
And so, the nurse told Sophia all that was going on in the kingdom after her parents' death. The little queen was shocked as tears rolled out of her eyes.
I know it's tough for someone your age to take up all the responsibility, but only you can save the kingdom now.
The following morning, Sophia and her nurse, disguised as common people, stepped outside the kingdom and went to the marketplace.
50 whips if you do not produce the tax right now.
But I don't have the money. My crops were damaged.
I don't care.
Wait! You cannot punish him like that. You have to take him to the queen.
Go away, you little girl, else I will not think twice before...
Queen?
Not only are you collecting taxes in my name, you also have the audacity to punish my people. Soldier? Do to him what he said he was going to do to you.
But
Do it!
no, we are not heartless like these men. We are common people. We only want a simple and happy life. Violence is not our thing.
Do you see the difference? Are you ashamed now? The same people you torture refuse to be unkind towards you.
I'm sorry, Your Highness.
All new tax reforms are hereby declared to be null and void. Taxes will be collected from those who can pay. For those whose income are bare minimum, they will be exempted from all taxes. And what about us, who paid the triple tax? We have nothing left. The whole ministry is corrupted, but justice will be done. Philip, you are hereby appointed as my advisor and finance minister. If you shall be willing to take up the positions.
I will be honored, Queen.
Sophia and Philip went back to the palace where she called for the treasurer and discussed with him at length about the collection of the taxes. She found out that most of the taxes collected did not make it to the royal treasury, but instead were kept by the ministers.
Philip, find out who these ministers are and bring them to me.
It didn't take Philip much time, as some of his soldier friends told him everything. All the corrupted ministers were called to the town square, where they were humiliated in public and banished from the kingdom. Next, Sophia summoned for Zafar, but the latter was nowhere to be found. Without waiting for him, the little queen ordered all the prisoners who were jailed unjustly to be released. In the next few days to come, Sophia brought multiple reforms into the kingdom and was hailed as the great little queen. But just as things began to come back to normal, in Caspia, the neighboring kingdom, twice the size of Caspia, marched towards it to attack. And the person who assisted their king was Zafar. He had gone there to pursue the king to attack Caspia, convincing him that the time was right, since the queen was small and inexperienced.
My queen, Stopia has attacked us,
and it's Zafar who is assisting them.
That's why he wasn't there all these days?
Yes, and with him there are these other corrupt ministers whom you had banished.
What should we do, Philip?
Leave it to me.
Philip had gathered all the people of the kingdom at the town square.
Our kingdom is under threat. Our queen is under threat. Their army is twice the size of ours, but we can still win. How? By all of us participating. Will you take the battlefield for the queen?
Yes!
Will you fight for the glory of her crown? She has fought for our lives. We will fight for her till the last breath. I say yes.
Yes!
Yes! Yes! All hail the queen.
All hail the Queen!
As the army of Stopia approached Caspia, they were suddenly taken back by men and women with spears and swords, coming out from behind the trees and charging towards them from the sides. And as they did, they shouted,
Thank you, Zafar, for helping us trap the Stopian king.
Thank you, Zafar, for trapping him!
Huh? What?
and at that moment, from the front came the army of Caspia, marching forward with elephants and horses.
Zafar, you tricked us!
No, Your Highness.
You will pay for it, Zafar! Army, fall back! Retreat!
The Stopian army fled, leaving behind Zafar, who now neither belonged to Caspia nor Stopia, ran for his life too. But as he ran a little, he saw Sophia on her horse, waiting for him.
One can only run so much.
I am sorry, Your Majesty. Please forgive me.
And for the first time since her parents' death, Sophia spoke like an authoritative queen.
Not everyone deserves forgiveness, Zafar. Some deserve karma. Guards, take him and lock him in the dungeons.
No!
And thus, Sophia came to be known as the Great Little Queen, and under her, the kingdom flourished even more than before, teaching us that one should never underestimate someone because of their inexperience and age.